So, who were the winners of our 2023 Village Halls Inspiration Awards? It's time to find out. Hello everyone and welcome to the Village Halls podcast, sponsored by Allied Westminster, the UK's largest specialist provider of village hall insurance and the home of Village Guard. Now, firstly, a quick apology for not releasing an episode for a while. With quite a few things going on in the background, it's become a little challenging producing as many podcasts as we have in the past. But don't worry, we're still here, and rest assured we'll be back with a few more in 2024. This episode is all about us rounding up our Village Halls Inspiration Awards from last year. And to help me with that is someone who's becoming, well, quite a regular co-presenter on the show. Gavin Mitchell, MD of our headline sponsors, Allied Westminster. Hi, Gavin. How are you?
Johnny, I'm great, thank you. Good to speak to you again. I was going to say, Johnny, I'd also like to join in the apology because between us, I think, what with various family issues and illnesses and such like, things have got a little bit derailed and delayed. But hey, here we are now.
Exactly, and and I'd like to take the opportunity to thank some of the listeners for their concerns as well. A few of them know that my elderly mother has been suffering a bit with her health in recent months and so on. She's good now. She's been well looked after, and everything's good on that front. So just a chance to say thank you to everybody out there who's been supportive through some difficult times recently, as you say. Now, with all that covered, let's get straight to what most people out there will be wanting to know, and that's which village halls came out top in our Inspiration Awards. And I think it's fair to say, Gavin, isn't it? It was a pretty tough task choosing our three winners, due not only to the number of entries we've received, but also the sheer quality of them all.
Yes, I know, Johnny. A bit like you, I was burning the midnight oil pouring through the entries, and I had to keep going over and over them again because it was not as simple as deciding which was better than the other, but because the standout entries were so good in their own way, it was really difficult to differentiate them. But it was a difficult and time-consuming task, but hopefully worthwhile.
Yeah. The fact that our judging panel kept picking up one or two nasty viruses during the process didn't help either, did it?
It didn't help, and it really required a lot of focus, and we didn't need the distractions. But there we are. We're here now.
Exactly. That's another story, as they say. But we did eventually whittle everyone down to three, and you're all now about to hear in reverse order who were our third, second, and first place halls, winning £1,500 and an amazing £2,500, and that's a total prize fund of £5,000 donated, as you'll hear, to some wonderful community buildings and initiatives by your company, Allied Westminster, Gavin.
Yes, indeed, Johnny. Thank you. And some well-deserved winners for whom I'm sure the rewards will be put to very good use.
Yeah.
It was very hard to choose the final winners as there were so many good entries, as I said. However, hopefully all village halls can be winners at the end of the day because of the inspiration, the clues in the name of the entire competition.
Yeah.
And I hope the winners will indeed inspire other halls across the country to do great things locally.
So huge thank you again for that, and for supporting our podcast as well, of course.
Pleasure, Johnny, pleasure.
Yeah. And our third place winner was Great Whittington Village Hall in Northumberland, as nominated by Philip Hinchcliffe. Now this hall has achieved incredible things over the past few years, not only through a lottery-funded restoration programme, but also by focusing on environmental aspects and creating a bit of a case study as well to help other community buildings in the area. Now, our plan from here is to invite each of our winners onto our podcast show to talk in more detail about their achievements during the course of this year. So we're not going to say too much about each winning entry, but what stood out for you about Great Whittington Hall, Gavin?
Okay, well, I think this project exemplifies exceptional community transformation by turning a neglected historical building into a vibrant, eco-friendly village hall. I think the key
Yeah,
highlights include the integration of sustainable technologies like solar panels and a heat pump, significantly enhancing the energy efficiency and reducing costs, something that I think a lot of village halls will be very keen to learn about. And the project fostered increased community engagement, which was good, with a notable rise in activities and events in the hall. And I think this enriched the local culture and the social life. And I think that successful navigation of planning and financial challenges alongside the collaborative efforts to share knowledge and respond to the community needs, notably during emergencies, as we will find out in due course.
yeah.
I think they mark this as an inspiring model of innovation, sustainability, and community resilience.
Fantastic. Very well put, Gavin. Thank you very much for that.
Mhm.
And second place, coincidentally, went to another hall in Northumberland. And I think it's probably a good opportunity for me to make it clear that was totally I was totally independent of second and third place decisions. I don't want anyone thinking that my accent had anything to do with who won through there, Gavin.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure you were geographically neutral, Johnny, being the professional you are.
Yeah. But I mean, this really was another deserving entry, and it came from Chris Stevenson at Ellingham Village Hall. And Chris explained to us in his entry how the hall had managed to overcome, well, all kinds of challenges to create a space that's now fit for what I would call 21st century community support. And you were particularly impressed, I remember, Gavin, by
Yes.
the committee's resilience
Yeah,
and
very much
and
so.
their vision as well. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. I think the Ellingham Village Hall project stands as a testament to community resilience, as you
yeah,
say, innovation and determination. I think rightfully earning its place as a second prize winner in the Village Hall's Inspiration Awards. I think central to its success was the community driven initiative where a collective decision to rebuild ensured the project met local needs. Very creative funding strategies, as people will learn in due course when the podcast come out,
yeah,
included crowdfunding and sponsorships, exemplified by the committee's clear dedication. Despite financial and pandemic related challenges, I think
mhm,
strong leadership and community collaboration led to an inclusive, energy efficient hall at the end of the day. Now, this project not only revitalized a space, but also strengthened community bonds. I think showcasing the hall's transformation into what is now a very vibrant hub for diverse activities, reflecting really our legacy of community spirit and cooperation, a great model for all. And I think people really want to tune in and learn as much as they can from this hall. It was a great winner, I think, second prize winner.
yeah. And just a really nice bunch there as well. I mean, Chris,
Absolutely.
as we discovered from conversations after the selection was made, what a fantastic guy. Same goes for all the halls, really, and
Mm,
everyone will discover that as a result of the conversations that we'll have with the podcasts, as you say,
mhm,
coming up through the rest of the year. Now, our overall winner, the one you've all been waiting for, and here is the announcement. Well done and congratulations to North Morton Village Hall in Oxfordshire for gaining top spot in our 2023 Village Halls Inspiration Awards. And rather like our other winners, North Morton Village Hall has transformed itself recently, taking a sustainable approach to development and improvement. However, what struck us most here was the way that they consulted with the local community. It was more or less a case of the village having to be asked, "Do you want to have a hall? Or not? And if yes, how can we all get behind it?" And that kind of drive, was fantastic, wasn't it, Gavin? It was incredibly inspirational the way they took that approach of seeking
yes.
the opinions, the views, and also just gauging the enthusiasm of the local
Yeah.
village again for
Mhm.
having a fully functioning hall.
Yes, I think North Morton Village Hall, the project emerged as a real definitive winner, a fantastic template and a showcase for other village halls, which is really what this is all about.
Yeah,
I think it's distinguished by its innovative use of digital tools, as you said, and for community engagement and a significant impact of these efforts in revitalising a crucial local asset as village halls are. Now, by deploying digital forms, which I hope everyone can tune in and learn about, even if they don't know much about digital forms. The project team modernised community interaction, effectively identifying the needs and rallying support. The overwhelming volunteer response and diverse skills offered underscored a remarkable
yeah,
community spirit. I
absolutely.
think the strategic renovations and safety upgrades alongside the mobilisation of volunteers, which was very significant, have not only enhanced the hall's functionality, but also eased operational pressures, setting up a sustainable path forward. So I think this project is a paragon of how technology coupled with community collaboration can rejuvenate community spaces, making it a model for others across the UK, as I say. And I really do hope this one in particular really inspires people. And I think everyone can become a winner with the village hall by learning more about this winning entry.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to us telling that story, and the others, Gavin. Because as you say, I mean,
Hmm.
the thinking behind this is to inspire, isn't it, and to help halls learn from each other, really, in terms of how to go about things and how to get some success out there.
That's exactly it. Yeah, inspiring them. As I say, everyone can be a winner if they take some ideas, some lessons, some inspiration away from this entire exercise.
Yeah. So, I mean, there you have it for now. Great Whittington Village Hall, Ellingham Village Hall, and North Morton Village Hall are our Inspiration Awards winners. Well done to all three. And we very much hope that the additional funds you've won really help you to continue to provide great support to your communities.
Absolutely, Johnny. And I think the way we've evolved this whole awards process over the years, if you remember, we used to do all the photographs and such like, and now we've
Mm,
moved towards the Inspiration Awards, which I think are great in the sense, as I keep saying, they give something back to the village halls. They give something back that the village hall can learn from and use. And it just helps the entire community of village halls across the length and breadth of the country. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to keeping this going, Johnny. And, it's, I think it's gone down very well, certainly with the number of entries we've had. And,
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
let's keep it going.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think we should say that you and I have been chatting behind the scenes, and we've seen that the awards, how we'd really like to see our podcast evolve from here on in around the awards. Really, as well as talking to our winners this year. We'll definitely be running the awards again in the hope of finding more great inspirational village halls out there whose stories we can tell the year after. And I just think it's a great way of kind of discovering what's happening out there, and broadcasting that, and letting everyone know, and at the same time rewarding committees and people out there as well, for all the fantastic words and work.
Hmm.
And judging by the entries we received last year, it's not going to be difficult for us to find more great stories. In fact, if you entered this year and you didn't find yourself in the top three, please don't despair. Enter again. There's a strong chance that you could put your entry in again and, and find yourself winning through next time, because it was a massively difficult decision, wasn't it, Gavin?
It was very difficult, and when we have to narrow it down to such a small number of winners, it's a shame. But
Yeah,
we have to take the best of the best. But as you say, a lot of the entries were fantastic, and go for it again. Go for it again.
yeah,
Put them in the mix. Let's see what we can do.
yeah. So keep your keep your ears peeled for more information, everyone, about our 2024 Village Halls Inspiration Awards in the coming months, as well as, of course, a few episodes, as we've said, dedicated to our 2023 winners. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for now. Thank you so much for coming on, Gavin. I have a feeling we're going to be hearing from you a little more this year as we meet our 2023 winners.
It's been my pleasure, Johnny. Great to speak to you again, and I'm looking forward to speaking to you again. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, and just a final well done, everyone involved in running, all the village, church and community halls out there up and down the country. And many thanks, as always, to our headline sponsor and specialist insurance provider, Allied Westminster, for making our podcast possible, and whose services you can discover more about at villageguard.com, and to online booking system provider Hallmaster, who also sponsor our podcast and can be found at hallmaster.co.uk. You've been listening to the Village Halls podcast, a unique listening community for Britain's village, church and community halls, and anyone interested in the vital community services they provide. Please visit thevillagehallspodcast.com to subscribe, sign up for updates, link through to our social media pages, and to find out more. And until the next time, goodbye for now.